I saw a meme the other day, and you guys know when I see something, I bring it to you immediately. I saw a meme the other day that I want to show you guys and I want to discuss with you guys. Yeah, and it's pretty interesting, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts about it, and then I want you guys in the comment section to tell me what you think. Okay? I am Queen Offset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it too, and leave us a positive comment in the comment section. If you want to get a reading, or if you want to become a patron, or if you want to check me out on social media, because my Instagram is popping, all that information is always underneath the video, okay? So let's check out this meme. So the meme says, my therapist once told me, what if your mom never changes and goes to her deathbed with absolutely no guilt about all the damage she caused? Your healing can't depend on someone else deciding they also want to heal. And it's been the hardest lesson I've ever had, to be honest. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, that's really powerful. Because a lot of people stay stuck in their trauma because they keep talking about the other person. Well, they never apologized is a big one I hear almost every day. They don't want to go to therapy. They, did this to me. People are constantly talking about the other person. And the other person, in this case, is their mother. And it could be anybody, though. It could be their mother, their spouse, their child, their girlfriend, their neighbor. It doesn't matter. Whoever the person is, your healing cannot depend on them wanting to either be a part of it or wanting to heal themselves. In this case, it doesn't sound like the mother really wants to change or even sees or has any guilt or is showing any guilt in the damage that she's caused other people. So this person, this man or this woman in this situation, has got to not depend on that. They have got to seek their own healing in spite of it. I remember somebody told me that they could not heal because their father died before they had a chance to confront him about his abuse and alcoholism. He basically drank himself to death. And this woman, it was a woman, she was telling me that her and her brother, who are twins, were having a hard time in life because they felt like they needed to confront him. They needed to talk to him. They needed him to know what he had done. They needed him to apologize. They needed him to feel bad for what he did. They wanted to punish him for what he did. And honestly, he deserves punishment. If he was alive, he probably should have went to jail, honestly, because he was, physically abusive towards both of them and their mother. So, he drank himself to death before that could happen. And they both still have this need for, this justice, this restitution. I also hear this from couples sometimes. Sometimes one of the couple members will want closure. I know you've all heard about this because closure isn't a bad thing. Closure is actually nice. I have gotten closure with quite a few people and it was beautiful. Seriously. It was a very forgiving time, and this letting go of grudges, it was amazing. Amazing. I had this with my daughter's father. I had this with another ex. One of my exes that is a Libra hit me up a couple weeks ago. It hasn't even been that long, as a matter of fact. I saw his profile on Facebook, and we haven't spoken to each other in about 10 years, literally. And I saw his profile, and I sent like a smiley face or something. I sent something, and he responded, and I was shocked because the last time we talked, it wasn't that great. And he responded, and he was he immediately hit me up on instant messenger, and he called, video called, and was like, I want to talk to you. I want to apologize. Like, it's been 10 years and I've been holding on to this. And like, he just blurted it all out. And I was like, wow. I didn't even know if he would respond, much less apologize, And I was like, look, we both did things that we're not proud of. And I don't hold anything against you. I forgave you a long time ago, Hadn't thought about him for years. I had a dream about him. And that's what made me look him up on Facebook. So, some people will come back to you and apologize, and you'll have that chance to hug it out and say kumbaya. I was so happy to talk to him. We had such a great conversation, and then we just went our separate ways. It was wonderful, and I feel lighter, from that, being able to do that. That was great. When me and my ex-husband sat and talked and cleared the air, that was great. I love those kind of things. But you can't do that with everyone. Some people are too mentally unstable or unhealthy to be able to do that. And in this case, it sounds like her mother is one of those people. She might have narcissistic personality disorder, or she might, for some reason, not recognize the damage that she causes people for whatever reason, or be in denial, or not care, And the point of the matter is that whatever the case is, everybody's not going to get that closure. So sometimes you have to close the door, and I have a video about closure I'm getting ready to do after this one. So if you're somebody who's thinking about closure, watch my video this week on closure. But anyway, so you might not always get that, and that's fine. Sometimes you have to pick yourself up and do something else. Sometimes you have to get closure in other ways, which is what I'm going to talk about in that next video. So, like she said in here, you have to heal regardless of the other person. If the other person dies, if the other person doesn't want to heal, if the other person really hates you, if you hate them, no matter what the case of the matter is, your own healing is the most important part. Whether or not they choose to engage in it, is not. They don't have to engage in your healing. They don't have to heal at all. That's their soul's choice. The question is, what does your soul want to do? Do you want to heal? Or do you want to keep holding on to whatever trauma has been caused by this person? So this person had the opportunity to traumatize you, and now they get to forever hold you hostage with that trauma. That's not fair. That's not fair, and that's not right for you. So this person's therapist was 100% correct, and I know it was a hard lesson, because it is a hard lesson, and we're taught that you're going to get closure. We're taught that, that you can clear the air one day. We're taught that, because it happens sometimes, but not all the time. So let's take a look at our positive comments. Asia Flinner. Hey, Asia. Asia, my little Aquarius. Asia's young. She's, I think, 15 now, going on 15. And so glad to have you here, Asia. Asia said, when Aquarius get mad, they talk the most smack. If we had enough. I agree with you. I don't talk smack anymore. Like, I don't cuss people out or, that kind of thing. But when I was younger, my temper was out of control, and I did talk smack, and I had a greasy mouth. My mouth is, it's not greasy anymore, but my brain do be thinking like, when somebody say something smart to me, like in the comment section or online, because people online love to talk greasy because you can't punch them in the mouth. Every once in a while, somebody will say something to me. Most of the time, I don't really care. I ignore it and block them and move on. But sometimes somebody says something to me, and I want to go for the jugular. This one guy made a comment about my arms. Now, mind you, I got some chubby arms. And he made a comment about my arms being big. And I looked at his profile picture. Yo, no cap. Dude looked like somebody beat him in the face with a bag of rocks, okay? Like, seriously. You ever see somebody who look like they face hurt? Your face looks so bad it looked like it hurt, okay? And I wanted to say that to him because he was talking smack about me, and I really wanted to hurt him. I wanted to just twist it in his throat. And something told me, don't be childish. Don't stoop to his petty ass level. Don't be a kid, you know? And sometimes I do feel like that. Sometimes I want to cuss a mother, you know? So Aquarius, we do have that quick wit and that quick mouth. But the one thing that I've learned about it is that it's almost never worth it. It almost never makes me feel better. I done cussed them out 20 ways but 30, and I still want to cuss them out. I'm still thinking of things I should have said later. So the one thing that I've learned about people is don't let them take you there. Don't let a person knock you off of your character. Whatever your character is, if you want to, you know, whatever that is, don't let them do that, because people will do that to you. So the one thing I've learned is to pull that back. You know, when I feel like I'm like, okay, calm down, pull that back. Okay. So yeah, Aquarius and that quick flip mouth, man. Stacy, hi Stacy. Stacy said, do Aquarius men cry after being angry at someone they love? Aquarius are known for crying after getting angry. And this is true for a lot of people, but I see it a lot with Aquarius. I see memes about it too. And it's not from weakness or anything like that, because I don't think crying is from weakness, period. But anyway, some people will say that it's a sign of weakness, but it's not. If an Aquarius cries from anger, they are holding back the urge to fuck you up. Okay? They're holding it back. They're pissed, and they want to snap on you. They want to slap you. They want to cuss you out. They want to harm you in some type of verbal or physical way. And they're holding it back, and they're losing. Okay? So if an Aquarius gets mad at you and they start to cry, leave the Aquarius alone. My mother said this about me as a baby. And she said that that's one thing she noticed about me, was when I got angry and started to cry, she left me alone. And this is my mother, who's much larger than me at this point. So she could have popped me, or she could have told me to be quiet. She could do whatever. But she learned very quickly that it will escalate. So if an Aquarius starts to cry from anger especially, leave them alone. They're losing their battle with their internal fortitude. And it's no point in setting it off. Don't set an Aquarius off. You know, it's not over something unnecessary especially. Just let it go. And one thing I notice about people, they will piss off an Aquarius and then come to me and want to know how come the Aquarius won't talk to them anymore and what I can do to bring them back into their life. And I'm like, dog, once an Aquarius don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you. That's it. Okay? So, yeah, that's a very true statement, Miss Stacy. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. You come back soon, though, because I got a lot more to say. See you later.